and today we're going to talk a little bit more about our intuition and how it serves us. I'm hoping that you will leave some comments below and tell me about some of your amazing, magical, intuitive moments for yourself as well. Here's one of my favorite intuitive stories that I love to tell. So I had just gotten out of a 4-year relationship with a guy, and he was coming to my house. It was roughly 6 months after our breakup. So he was coming to my house about 6 months after our breakup to return some piddly belongings, things that I had forgotten I even had probably. So he shows up at my doorstep with this teeny tiny little box of crap and comes into my apartment, and he sits down and he's super uncomfortable. And I had this Pilates ball that I really needed blown up. He was a physical therapist. And so I said, hey, do you think you could blow up my Pilates ball? And so he's like pumping this ball up, super uncomfortable. And he goes, I need to talk to you. And I said, what, are you getting married? And he goes, yeah, I'm getting married. And I just bust laughing. I was like, no, you are not. Are you really seriously telling me you're getting married? And he said, yeah, I'm getting married. And I mean, funk, like a ton of bricks. Like, we'd broken up because we shouldn't have been together probably for 4 years. We were never intended to get married. I'm grateful every day for the fact that he turned my life around. Like, he took me from a young woman and made me really truly the woman that I am today. Like, he helped me become an adult. Lovely, one of the most important relationships of my life. So grateful we did not get married. But still, you get out of a 4-year relationship, you are not expecting within 6 months for this person to be married or getting married already. He could barely muster I love yous in 4 years. So here he's getting married. This was crazy to me. And the whole time he's sitting in my apartment, I just keep getting the same message in my head over and over again. Dog, 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 dog. That's all I hear over and over again. I'm like, I don't know what this means. This is so weird. So fast forward, he's gone. The awkwardness is over. I'm calling my best friend. I'm bawling my eyes out on the phone to her, and I'm telling her how he's getting married and how could he move on from me? You know, the typical girl thing. And so the dog thing keeps popping back in my head, and I realize, like a ton of bricks, I know who she is. And the crazier part of the story is that the reason I know that who she is we had spent a New Year's Eve with her, and she had told this story about her dog and how important her dog was, and how she had to have a job where she could go home and massage her dog in the middle of the day, and that dogs are pack animals. Dog, dog, dog. Crazier still was that probably 2 weeks prior, I'd been having dreams that he had met a girl that he knew in a gym, and that I had known her as well. And the name kept coming up as like a Kelly or a Michelle or Sarah, some name that I had known. But in the dream, she was blonde. They reconnected in the gym, that they knew each other, and that I too knew her and that I knew her name. But I couldn't wake up in the morning and get her name, but it was like a Kelly. So it turns out, of course, the girl that he marries, blonde. I still don't know actually if they met in the gym, but I would not be surprised if that was the case. And I knew her. So that was like pretty good in terms of the intuitive hits. And this was, by the way, before I was ever out about being an intuitive. So this was way, way, way early on. This was one of those moments where had I chased this intuitive marker down and decided that I wanted to grow my intuitive abilities, that would have been one of those really great moments in time to actually stop and listen to my guides and realize, like, I have this amazing talent that I am an intuitive. I can do this. Had I listened then, I wouldn't have waited maybe nearly as long as I did to get started on this path and journey. I'm so grateful that I did. I was so much more grounded and ready when I did get started. But if you're on that precipice, if you're one of those people that, like me, is getting these regular hits, but you're not necessarily listening to it yet, please, 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 I implore you to start watching more of these videos and reading the comments as well, and starting to get a peer support group of people around you. start exploring this. This is truly your gift. This is your superhero power, and you're welcome to tap into it anytime you want. It does not belong to just special people. We are all intuitive, and we are all granted this amazing ability. All we have to do is chase it down. So I welcome you guys to add your comments below. Let's start this conversation. Let's get going on it. And let's see if we can't help each other blow our intuition up. Let's talk to each other about how we feel it, how it comes in for us, and what we do with it as well. I can't wait to get started on our conversation, so I'll meet y'all below under comments. Thank you.